Hey everybody, Avialence here with another gameplay commentary video for Diablo 3. So I've just entered the Chamber of the Lost Idol, and I'm guiding this guy Politar through the dungeon to find this specific idol. So let's go ahead and get started here. I am level 19 now. Yay, and by 19 I mean 18, not 19. Gosh, I'm losing it. Um, but I still am playing on my Barbarian and having a blast doing so. I've changed a few skills around. And I'm starting to find out that we're having a few difficulties with the Barbarian class, but we're going to work through them, hopefully. Level 19, very nice. So I just unlocked my final active skill category, which is very nice, as well as Earthquake, which is kind of cool. So we're going to go back and look at some of the skills and mess with them for a second here. The one thing I'm noticing with the Barbarian in the second act, this does take place in a different area. This is in a deserted area, which is great. But the big thing is you're just starting to have numerous things. Really, the big thing for me is this idea of it being a pain, so to speak. And what do I mean by it being a pain? Well, the big thing is you can't hit stuff from a distance, at least now. And one of the biggest enemies that'll smack you from a distance is these certain bugs. Hopefully we'll see some down here, but they'll smack you to distance with poison elemental damage, and it just sucks. So there's definitely a lot of stuff to start worrying about. You gotta make sure you keep enemies at a melee range, others will just pelt you from a distance, and it's not going to help at all. So that's the Earthquake ability. That's actually extremely nice. I like that. I like it. I also just got it so that my rend can heal me. Gain life when you damage enemies with rend. So that's going to be pretty nice too, especially when I'm surrounded. So there's obviously some things to counter the amount of life you're going to lose as a Barbarian up in the melee close quarters, but it's something you really got to learn how to cope with. And we're getting some glitchiness, so I'll just go around this way. We have a treasure goblin. Get him, get him, get him. Oh wow, two bosses over here too. Alright, we got him. So that rend ability is helping. We're taking on this boss right now. We'll go ahead and throw down a few seismic waves, clear out the area, and bam, got him. So you can see the combat definitely gets a little more intense the higher up you go. I am in Act 2 right now, and I'm having a blast with the combat. It's much more challenging, but I am having a blast with it. And some of these new abilities for Barbarian are just making it so much easier on my life, as well as some other people's too, you know. But a perfect example of how those glyphs changes, if you watch some of my previous commentary videos, I talk about how the glyphs can change everything. And they can. Rend now heals me. I never used to use Rend, and now I'm going to be using it all the time. Just because it can now heal me, which is a big, big deal. So you see, we just got some new boots there. I'm going to go ahead and darken them. I also have a new helmet. I'm finally starting to get some plate, which is awesome. And you can see I've also activated a few of my other things here. These being tiny things such as, now you see the little damage and healing bonuses above my head. That's a big thing for me. It's a big thing for some other people too. And now that you're able to see that, you know, it can kind of, I wouldn't say revolutionize the game, but definitely change some of the gameplay elements to it. So I went through and I messed with some of the UI options and had a blast doing so. It's actually extremely detailed, and you can do a ton with your UI. Not that it really needs to be done. It's pretty straightforward and handles well, but in the same degree, it is nice to have that option, right? Now you can tell the setting is much different. We are in, I believe it's called Coliseum. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up when we go outside. However, this specific area is much more deserty, so to speak. It has a lot more desert elements to it. I actually like it. It reminds me kind of like, how could I explain this? Kind of like something you'd see in like Prince of Persia, for example. And it definitely feels a lot better.
I never imagined such a creature.
Having the earthquake is very nice. You can see these range guys are just tearing me apart right now. It's important to have. There's some notes from
I never
Politar.
thought I'd become a treasure hunter, but I also never thought my family's fortunes would sink so low. Yesterday, I heard a nobleman asking about the Rignar idol, an artifact that belonged to the great mage Zoltan Kul. If I can retrieve it, my family will never go hungry again.
Need more time.
It's a good thing I found it.
Politar, you're just lucky you found me, bro. I hope this idol gives me something, or at least we get a cool boss or something like that. But sorry guys, I get interrupted in some of these combat scenarios.
The idol! We found it!
That's the idol.
It was all
Okay.
worth it. Everything.
Do not be hasty. Everything has a price.
Now that it is at hand, I find myself filled with trepidation. Would you take it for me?
Of course. Rare belt. 20 strength, 13 intelligence, 10%. That's better than what I got, so why not? Alright, so we're going to take this idol here, and then I'll continue talking about the atmosphere.
What was that?
Oh boy. Frost Guardians.
Not ready yet. Not enough fury.
Well, that was interesting.
You weren't here.
You are not equipped to hunt treasure out here.
You should get back to the city. Yes, you
Perhaps
should.
you're right. Thanks for helping me retrieve the idol and for saving my life.
There we go. Quest
extended.
done. So anyway, back to the scenery. It's extremely different, as you can tell. Very deserty. I'm gonna go ahead and keep looking through this dungeon to make sure I didn't miss anything, which I actually don't think I did. But very deserty, very different. And you'll see in some of my other commentaries when I actually go outside and do some recordings that it is extremely different. I like that though. It adds a different atmospheric level to Diablo 3, and it's kind of nice to have a change of setting in the sense that I had played the first act so many times through for the beta,
I just recalled something
and
Robin said about
you know,
you.
it's good to have a swap.
Oh, nothing.
Now you also see really quick. I'm going to continue the commentary. I also have a new follower. This is the follower menu. I picked up the Enchantress. You can actually equip them with a focus, a weapon, 2 rings, and a necklace, and then select different skills as you level up with them, which is great. Some of these skills help big time, and can really change the way you play, at least if you're by yourself. If you're with another player, though, obviously you don't get the follower. But if you're a solo guy like me tonight, you will definitely be using some of the follower stuff. So please feel free to post comments, tell me what you guys think of Diablo 3 so far, and if you want to see more gameplay or more specific elements, or maybe gameplay from a different class, just give me a holler, and I'll be happy to get it out to you guys. So hope you're enjoying my Diablo 3 coverage as much as I am, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Avi out, and have a good one.